Joining us this morning is Carolyn Akers from Mobile Area Education Foundation to explain a little bit more about how failure to pass this tax could affect the classroom.
That's right. Good morning, Carolyn. Well, let's get this clear for a lot of folk to understand. This is not a new tax.
Absolutely not. It is a renewal of 3 existing taxes. The first was 100 years ago almost, 1915. The other 2 were 1942 and 1945. So it is a renewal of those 3.
And when you say renewal, what that means to people, what that means to us, is that our taxes will actually stay at the same level.
Exactly.
Okay, no increase.
No increase, creating absolutely no new taxes.
What kind of concern are you having from people who are just, when they hear the word tax, it seems like that just gets folks motivated, but how are you confident in them to understand that nothing's going to change?
Well, you know, this is an environment these days where the tax word seems to be, you know, it confuses people a lot. But this absolutely is not a new tax. And what our approach is saying, you know, this is an issue for our children. It is an issue for our economic future here in Mobile County and our quality of life. And so it is to continue what we've already done. We've made lots of progress in the Mobile County public school system in the last 20 years, but especially in the last 10. And this is not a time to, it's a time to stay the course, not to reverse the progress that we've made. So I think the majority of people understand that. It's just that, you know, in this, today in this time, it's just everybody, the fiscal constraints that we're all faced with, I think, is certainly of concern to a lot of people.
Now, if this renewal of this tax doesn't pass, that could be some severe consequences for the schools. Is that right?
Absolutely. You know, in the last 2 years, we've been faced with proration in this. It's cost $80 million to our system already. We're facing another 3% in the next month or so, and then on top of that, this $55 million would be absolutely devastating to the school system. Dr. Nichols, I know, was on yesterday. They have cut everything they can cut at the central office, and within the school system, everything that could be pared back. But when you get down to the bare bones, that's where it is.
So it's very critical, especially with what's happening with the state and how that funding is affected almost every year now, it seems. What would be some of the programs that would be possibly lost if we don't?
Well, I mean, everything is on the table, including, you know, the most important, I think, is having to enlarge classrooms. I mean, that personally hits everyone. When the numbers in the classroom have to go up, it's certainly much harder for all the teachers to meet what they need to do. So that is foremost on our minds. But in addition to that, you heard the student earlier. I mean, everybody's worried about athletics. They're worried about extracurriculars and those kind of things. So I think everything is up for grabs.
And so we need people to turn out to vote. You want to get everyone to be involved in this, and Election Day is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. And the word is 444 on each of those amendments.
Exactly, and it's important to vote for all 3.
That's right.
Okay, that's a look at the sample ballot up there, so when you go in, you know what to expect. Carolyn, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right.